a young Korean influencer, in her 30s, was found dead in Cambodia, her body wrapped in red cloth and dumped in a drainage ditch. The suspects? A Chinese couple. Southeast Asia has been in the spotlight lately, and with so many unanswered questions in this case, especially with the suspect's nationality. This story blew up on the internet fast. 3 months later, Cambodian authorities still haven't shared much information, and there's no autopsy report yet. We've pulled together everything we know so far, and we're going to break down the key details and what's still unclear.
If you want ordinary, look elsewhere. Welcome to TC Channel, where other channels fall short, unique mysteries solved step by step.
The discovery was made in Kandal Province, just outside Phnom Penh. On June 6th, a local worker was going about his usual day when he spotted something strange in the ditch. It was a red object tied with wire. He called over a security guard, who got closer and realized it looked like a body. They called the police right away. When the authorities arrived, they pulled the body from the water. It was confirmed to be a woman, around 30 to 40 years old, with fair skin. Her face was badly damaged, but she still appeared to have East Asian features. They found her clothes and belongings, but there was no phone. Reports say the police examined the body and noticed serious swelling in her face, fractures around her eyes and neck, and bruises on her head and body. It looked like she'd been beaten badly. They also noticed something odd about her clothes, which raised more questions about what happened. The police suspected the woman might be Korean, based on the items they found, so they contacted the Korean embassy in Cambodia to help confirm her identity. After fingerprint testing, they confirmed she was in fact Korean. On June 2nd, 32-year-old Bian Eying arrived in Cambodia for a trip. She was born on June 10th, 1990, and was a top streamer on Africa TV, one of South Korea's biggest platforms. She also had active accounts on IG, YouTube, and TikTok. Her fans called her Eying for short. In March this year, Bian shocked her followers by announcing she was taking a break from social media. She said she wanted to live like a normal person for a while. Her fans and friends were both surprised. She later told a friend it was due to stalking issues. After arriving in Cambodia, she stayed with a couple. Her friend was Chinese, and his wife was Korean. They lived in a fancy apartment building, where security kept track of who came and went. On June 4th, the day she went missing, Bian told her friend she wasn't feeling well and needed to step out. The building management confirmed this. She said she was going to see a doctor.
I feel like
not well.
not well.
Yeah.
To her friend,
Like that.
she left.
She left. She go to hospital for some medicine, something like that.
Following protocol, the couple was initially a suspect, but security footage cleared them of any involvement. At 3:57 p.m. on June 4th, Bian was seen walking through the lobby and leaving the building. She was wearing the same black outfit she was found in later. Less than 20 minutes later, at 4:14 p.m., she appeared on another camera, walking toward a Chinese clinic a few blocks away while on her phone. She was never seen leaving. The clinic was small and run down, with a Fu character on the door for the new year. The sign advertised multiple services, from traditional Chinese medicine to general health treatments. Inside there were no real medical facilities, just a few chairs and shelves. A list of medicines for sale was posted on a glass door. Locals said the clinic didn't get many visitors, and those who came were mostly Chinese. They hardly ever saw Koreans. Surveillance footage showed that after Bian entered the clinic, she didn't come out. About an hour and 40 minutes later, at 5:52 p.m., the clinic's doors were closed, and the lights on the sign went out. At 6:12 p.m., a woman walked out of the clinic, looked around, then went back inside. Around 27 minutes later, at 6:19, the lights came back on. Then a man was seen riding a motorcycle back and forth. At 9:05 p.m., he was seen leaving for the last time. Around 4 hours later, at 12:53 a.m., a blue Prius pulled up to the clinic. The woman got out of the passenger seat, and the driver backed the car into the clinic entrance. Because of a blind spot in the cameras, we couldn't see what happened inside. About 10 minutes later, at 1:03 a.m., the woman got back into the passenger seat, and they drove off together. From 4:14 p.m. to 1:03 a.m., for almost 8 hours, Bian was nowhere to be found. The man and woman in the footage were the clinic owners, Lai Wenchao 30 and Kai Huiwan 39. Neither of them had a medical license, and the clinic was operating illegally. The couple's identities remain unclear. We still don't know who they are officially, but reports say they've been in Cambodia for about 6 months now. Background of Kai Huiwan and Lai Wenchao. Kai Huiwan comes from a family of doctors. Lai Wenchao learned basic medical skills through his wife's family. Together they opened a clinic. They also have a child who's around 7 months old. Police believe the couple put Bian Eying's body in their car trunk. They drove it 20 kilometers to a construction site, which is where the body was found. Surveillance footage shows the car made multiple trips back and forth after getting there. Neighbors nearby reported hearing odd noises that night. Why the construction site? The police think they picked that location because there's a popular fishing spot nearby, often visited by Chinese people. The couple might have been familiar with the area. Bian Eying had been to the clinic before. This wasn't Bian Eying's first time at the clinic. Security footage from June 3rd, the day before she died, shows her wearing the same clothes and just stopping by briefly. Lai Wenchao and Kai Huiwan arrested. The couple was eventually arrested. During questioning, Lai Wenchao claimed he didn't know who Bian Eying was and had no idea she was a social media influencer. He admitted to disposing of the body but denied killing her. He said when Bian Eying came to the clinic on June 3rd, she just rested a bit and left. On June 4th, she returned asking Lai Wenchao for a specific drug. Lai refused and instead suggested a serum to help her immune system. Bian Eying's strange reaction. After the injection, Lai Wenchao said Bian Eying started convulsing, but he didn't call an ambulance. Instead, he gave her some heart pills, but they didn't work, and she passed away. Lai Wenchao's fear. Lai admitted he was scared because he knew he wasn't licensed to practice medicine. He also mentioned that Cambodia's legal system is corrupt and slow, and they didn't have enough money to fix the situation. He didn't want anyone finding out about it, saying you can't solve this without at least $20,000. He also said his wife Kai Huiwan didn't know anything because she was busy with their child. How the body was disposed of. Lai Wenchao said when his wife went to the bathroom, he moved the body into the trunk. Before reaching the disposal site, he told Kai Huiwan to get out of the car, so she wouldn't follow him. The drug in question. The drug involved here is an anesthetic, used for pain relief, anxiety, and sleep issues, but it's also addictive. This drug is sometimes abused, and during an investigation in Cambodia, reporters found you could buy it easily at local pharmacies, with a 50 milliliters bottle costing about $13. Final investigation update. Reporters also visited several pharmacies near Bian Eying's apartment, but the staff said they'd never seen her before. A Cambodian investigator mentioned the body underwent a urine test, and the result was negative. Investigations in Cambodia can be a bit outdated, and the autopsy report was more like a general observation. It noted some swelling around the eyes and head, but it didn't confirm initial claims of bruising or other injuries. Instead, it mentioned they couldn't find clear signs of harm or violence. There was no DNA testing done. When asked about the allegations, Lai Wenchao replied, "If you think I harmed her, then go ahead and do a DNA test." He added, "If it really happened, there'd be DNA evidence, right?" Another theory is that Bian Eying might not have been physically harmed. Considering Cambodia's hot weather, the body was left from June 4th to June 5th and found on June 6th. It was probably submerged in mud and water for over 24 hours. A forensic expert from South Korea explained, the heat and humidity could cause facial swelling, which can make the skin appear bruised. Also, after death, blood can pool and clot, which can make the skin appear darker, even without injury. At this point, the Cambodian authorities haven't confirmed the exact cause of death. Bian Eying's family insists she didn't use any unapproved chemicals and has no history of misuse. They initially refused the autopsy, saying they just wanted to lay her to rest quickly. But under Cambodian law, if the prosecutor orders an autopsy, the family can't refuse. With help from the Cambodian legal system and the South Korean embassy, the family eventually agreed. Due to Cambodia's limited resources, the samples couldn't be fully tested there, so they were sent to an overseas lab, likely in Australia or New Zealand. On June 14th, Lai Wenchao and Kai Huiwan were charged with death in Cambodia. If they're convicted, they could face life imprisonment. Right now, there's a lot of speculation online, because the information and autopsy results are still incomplete. Here are the main theories circulating. The first theory suggests Bian Eying came to Cambodia for a cosmetic procedure, which is illegal in South Korea. A security guard at the scene mentioned she had small needle marks on her buttocks, which some people think could be related to this procedure. The bruising might also be from it. Lai Wench's small clinic might be one of those unregulated places, and Bian Eying was referred there by a friend. It's possible that the couple who offered her a place to stay were involved. Some reports say she had actually visited Cambodia back in 2017, so she might have met this couple then. The second theory involves illegal activities, like human trafficking. From the surveillance footage, it looks like Bian Eying went into the clinic twice with a clear purpose. It's possible the couple led her there, then sold her to someone locally. There could have been strong resistance during the process, which might explain what happened to her. This might also explain why they didn't report her missing, or try to look for her after she disappeared. The third theory is related to the use of unregulated substances. As mentioned, the clinic had very few patients, so it might have been operating as a front for something else. The list of treatments on the receipts might have been used to cover up other activities. Bian Eying might have gone in to buy something, and if she took too much, it could have led to everything that happened afterward. The suspect's family believes she might have already used something before going to the clinic. They think Lai Wenqi gave her a serum shot, which could have caused an adverse reaction that led to her death. But some people argue, if she had used something before going to the clinic, her behavior would have been off, and she wouldn't have walked so normally in the footage. Also, the urine test should have shown something. But beyond these theories, there are still a lot of questions. Why did she choose Cambodia for her trip? Who introduced her to Cambodia? Is there anyone else involved in this? The autopsy results aren't complete, so the couple might not be the only suspects. Could there be others involved in illegal activities? What really caused her death? There are so many questions, and the case has many contradictions. These things need to be clarified through the autopsy and police investigation. From the discovery of the body to the arrest, it didn't take long, but the details make the case quite confusing. It involves 3 different countries, which makes it even more complex. If the clinic really is part of some shady business, the investigation could widen, possibly even involving local authorities. So, we probably won't get a clear answer anytime soon. This case serves as a warning to be careful when making decisions, especially when traveling to unfamiliar places or considering medical treatments. What may seem safe or simple at first can sometimes carry hidden risks. When meeting new people, stay alert and don't let anyone take advantage of you. Also, getting involved in illegal activities or using unregulated substances can have serious consequences. It's important to protect yourself, to be able to distinguish fact from fiction, and to make decisions based on reliable information, so you can stay safe. Got thoughts on this case? Any theories? Leave a comment below and let's talk. Stay safe, stay aware, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Catch you in the next dark story.